Take my luck, take my plan, take me where I have no chance. I don't care, I'm still free, you can't take the dice from me. Make me doubt, do a check, tell 'em I ain't passing it. Burn my plans and boil some tea, you can't take the dice from me. There's no chance, I'll roll a 3, now I've got a D20. You can't take the dice from me.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ruttin Shiny, the Firefly pseudo-parody 2+ pager RPG. Nate is rolling dice. It's really loud, although I suppose it's atmospheric for what we're about to do.
Actually, I was planning on silencing my dice rolling and cutting out all of this, I guess.
Well, you have to leave it in now, otherwise the people will not understand. So anyway, Nate, what even happened last time? You did 2 encounters. You got first the passenger ship, like the refugee ship that got attacked by pirates, and you showed up and you helped those folks out, so that was good. And I think you got some loot out of it. You got like 25 platinum or something. Not very much. And you also got a disco ball.
I got some insanely low amount of platinum out of it, actually.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
they were all extremely poor.
They were refugees, so what are you going to do? But then after that, you rolled a 19 on your encounter check, and you got the second best encounter you can possibly get in our little Firefly-esque universe. And you went to the History of the Verse game show at the Astro Fantastro Bistro on an asteroid that I forgot what it was called, but if you listen to the previous episode, you'll find out. And you got a lot of money out of that. You got like 500 plus platinum, I think.
Yeah, but I was a gentle or kind soul, and I divvied it up amongst the crew members, even though none of them had to get beaten up by an NPC.
Hey, you still got 25 platinum just for doing that, so I don't know what you're complaining about, man. Yeah, so last episode was like an hour, 20 minutes, something like that. So we're going to see what 2 more day encounters look like. I suppose if that's really, really short, then we can do 3. But we're doing an 8-day journey total, so that splits well into 4 sessions.
Yeah, we'll stick to 2 a session, and I expect it'll be shorter because there was a lot of intro to the last one.
Yes.
And we're not going to re-explain how the whole system works. So,
but here's the thing: like some of these encounters, they might be pretty quick. I don't know. Like we'll just have to see. But maybe we can put some fluff in there. We can make it more interesting if we need to. All that to say, are you ready to party, dude?
Dude, I got my D20 ready to roll that nat 20.
All right, well, roll it, and let's see what your new encounter is.
I got a 12. Is that not something? No, I rolled an 11 last time. 11
last time. So a 12 is going to be like moderately better than last time. So there you go. Nate. Well, okay. What are your crew members again? You're Talcum Benolds as the captain.
And then we have a thief named Rathskeller.
That's right.
A gunslinger named Gerald, and Phoebe, the pilot.
Yeah, it's pretty good crew. You're kind of well rounded out, as well as the upgrades for your ship. You got the smuggler's compartment. You of course have weapons. Then you have a med bay. So I think you're not looking too shabby. Although you have a med bay with no doctor to run it. So I guess you just go in there and you see what happens. And you hope it all works out.
I mean, I definitely haven't used the med bay yet either, but.
Yeah, that's well. I guess we'll see. Yeah, you've taken stamina damage, but you haven't actually taken any hit damage
scrap
yet.
Stamina.
Yeah. All right. Well, Captain Talcum Benolds, you are. You have the con, I suppose. Is that what you call it when you're in the bridge, but you're not necessarily flying the ship yourself? Phoebe's doing all the heavy lifting there, but you're hanging out when your ship sensors pick up. An interesting, it's not a broadcast, but it's like a sonar array. You're sensing something nearby. That's what's going on. And so you guys decide to meander on a little bit closer to see what this new signal is. And as the signal kind of gets a little bit clearer, the signature comes across as a medical station like just a floating medical station in space. Although I don't know how you don't float in space. If it's in space, you're going to be floating. So just don't worry about that part. And as you approach and you get into within contact range, you ping a little message off of it, and you get no transmission response. It looks like they just kind of have an open channel that's like broadcasting, but once you try to actually communicate with them, no one responds. You're not sure what's going on here. There's just kind of a medical station just hanging out.
Well, we are in need of a doctor, as so keenly pointed out recently by one game master, Cody Pennington. As if I recall, the past couple encounters, you tried to shove some like crappy little follower on me from each encounter. I'm not about that, but if we can get a useful one, that could be something I'm interested in.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure if this is the internal monologue that Talcum is having, because that'd be kind of breaking the fourth wall.
Just a little bit.
We're going to go check it out. How about that?
Hey, we had a repeat character from our previous like fantasy RPG who appeared. So there are trans-dimensional beings in this universe.
Well, I thought we decided it's all the same universe.
Well, you suggested that. I didn't necessarily agree to it, but, that's the...
Hey, who's running this, Cody?
Exactly.
Shut up, man. Get in line.
But also, what are you doing again?
Well, if we can hone in on the signal, we'll go check it out. I mean, I'm not just going to fly away. This is an encounter, so I don't really have a choice here.
I mean, yeah, that would be really dumb if I was like, Nate, this thing appears, and you're like, you just leave.
It's like smooth sailing. Next
I'll roll
encounter.
something else. I mean, hey, I have enough days to... It's only an 8-day journey, and I have 20 encounters, so obviously we're going to miss some. So
I love that idea, because that's like this idea that like every decision you make in life has a ripple effect, right? And it takes you down a certain path. And if you had made a different decision, it might take you down a different path. So like it's this very like real depiction of there's 20 different paths kind of that they could go down, figuratively speaking, right? And they will go down some of them because of the decisions that not really. Because
by roll of the dice. These are paths you cannot choose that are chosen for you. So I guess if you want to go with that analogy, then yeah, sure, it stands.
Yeah, but is that not how life is, Cody?
I mean, hey, are you Calvinist? You're Arminian. Like, where's that going to show up, huh? All right, so can you be a Calvinist Arminian? What if you were predestined to be an Arminian? What about that, Nate?
There's like a predestination spectrum, right? So
that's true.
You can fall somewhere on the spectrum.
Because you were predestined to fall in a certain place on the spectrum, am I right?
You're sounding very much like you fall to one end of the spectrum.
No, I'm actually not. I just like making fun of it. Anyway.
Okay.
All right. So Nate, you're flying around. You get the signal. You try to tap in on that signal. And it seems pretty easy to follow. There's like no other vessels around, not really even any other like planets or moons around. This seems to be like an in-between medical station that's probably for emergencies or anyone passing by. You are taking a pretty standardized route between the planets that you're traveling, so this could just be sort of like a way station for that too. But yeah, you hone in onto the signal, and you are able to navigate right to the medical station. So as you get within range, you can see that it doesn't exactly look to be in operation. So there's not like any kind of like the cranes that can help guide in ships for docking. Like they're just sort of like hanging limp there. No one seems to be operating them. Some of the lights seem to be on, but then some are off, and there's a little bit of flickering going on. It doesn't seem to be like damaged or anything. But it also doesn't seem like people are necessarily home.
Okay. I'm somewhat wary to dock, but also I don't suppose I can take a shuttle because I would have to dock an airlock. So that's gonna have to be what it is. Can we do like a little, fly around and see if we can, kind of peek in and suss anything out about the situation?
Sure. I guess you can do like a flying investigation type check. I'm going to have you roll something though to do this. Let's have a look at your skills. How many times have you leveled up? Is it only twice so far?
Just twice, yeah.
Okay. And I was not keeping track of like where your dice pool left off last episode. So I guess if you want to keep that in mind, go for it. But I guess we could just reset the pool if we didn't.
Let's go ahead and reset because I don't remember.
Okay. Works for me. So what would that skill be? I mean, not really piloting because Phoebe can do her thing. Let's just go wit. Make a wit check for me. I forget. I tell you the difficulty it's going to be, right, before you choose your die? Let's just go medium difficulty.
I have +1 to wit. Let's go with our 12 on this one.
Okay.
3 total.
All right. Burning your 12, you cannot seem to glean much further information. You do confirm, flying all around the space station, that it doesn't look like it was attacked or anything. There's no blast marks. Nothing's broken. It just seems to be basically abandoned. As to why or what happened, you have no idea.
It's like they all just laid down and died, Cody. All right, docking it is then, Phoebe. Let's go attach.
All right. Flip that docking maneuver. She takes you on in. I'm not going to make you roll for that. Phoebe.
No, you absolutely should.
Okay, all right. Roll a d20 for Phoebe.
All right, Phoebe, come on. Yeah, 15.
Yeah, you're fine. That's totally
cool.
I mean, that almost would have even passed a legendary or a Ruttin check, but as is, yeah,
sounds
you're
like
fine.
Phoebe to me.
Yeah, just shy of Ruttin. All right. Well, you get in there, you make the docking maneuver. There's a little bit of a bump, yeah, because obviously the little docking cranes aren't there to help you assist, make this perfect. But Phoebe's a great pilot, so she gets you in there. And the airlock seals, and whenever you're ready, you can feel free to enter.
Okay, so Gerald and I are going to head in. Phoebe and Rathskeller, I want you guys to stay here. We're going to calm up so we can stay in communication, and Gerald and I are going to go check this out.
All right. Cool beans. I forget. Do I run the other characters' voices in this? It's been so long since we did this last episode.
You do all the NPCs. I do my characters.
All right.
I mean, you have the authority to kind of say how they react, I guess. Yeah.
Sure. Well, and I guess you can direct obviously what
and
your
I can
NPCs
control
do.
them. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. I can say that Gerald is pretty excited for this, though. He likes anything that seems a bit dangerous or a bit risky. You know, he wants to. Mm-hmm. He almost seems like he wants to prove himself a little bit. You're not really sure to whom, but he
Maybe
just
to
does.
himself.
That's just how he works. Yeah, you know, he likes a challenge. He likes to know that he's still capable. So he's
for sure.
He's got his gun. He's got his rifle, and you guys are ready to go. So the airlock opens. And your atmospheres combine, and you are ready to enter. So, as you walk through, you step in. You get inside, and you're kind of in like a sort of combination lobby, like a clinic lobby, and like a docking station mudroom, for lack of a better term. And you walk on in, but there is no receptionist to greet you. The lights are kind of like half on. As you watch, one of the lights actually kind of slowly flickers off. You get the impression that maybe it's been like this for quite a while, and maybe like some of the power is starting to like run low just for lack of maintenance and cycling issues and all that. But you're free to start navigating. You approach, and what you are met with at that lobby is kind of like a left hallway that seems to proceed further down into the rest of the medical facility. And then a right hallway that just kind of goes into sort of like a gear closet.
I'm going to motion for Gerald to take the hallway on the left, and I will go check out the gear closet real quick.
Okay.
On the right.
All right. Gerald gets on down to business, and he's like, "Yeah, boss, I'll get it done." And he goes down in search of whatever's going on here.
I explicitly did not talk.
He's like, "Wait, what? Oh, so how am I supposed to respond?"
It, Gerald.
Oh, dang
you
it.
rotten fool.
he goes quiet and he just starts waving his hands around. You have no idea what he's trying to communicate, but he's just kind of like, okay, yeah, sure.
Well, I'll say one thing. He's proving something to me. That's for sure.
Okay. Have you ever never been like on a good adventure with this guy before? Did you just hire your crew like Last Planet?
No, Gerald's been with me for like years. He's just completely, in some regards, very incompetent and lacks a lot of common sense, but he's good with a gun.
I mean, you did choose to keep this guy on your crew, so
exactly. He's good with a gun.
There.
He's like a dog, you know. He listens and obeys pretty well, but he's just dumb as a doornail.
Okay. Well, I'm sure any problems he encounters, he can just shoot along his way.
That's pretty much his strategy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So he walks on down, and sorry, you said you were going to go to the right.
Yeah, I'm going to go check out. You said there was a gear closet of some kind, and he's going to take the hallway. Yeah.
Kind of like you get up there, and then there's like there is a seal to this door, but you can see it's labeled to be it's like PPE, so personal protective equipment for like medical staff and whatnot. There's also like some like hazmat protection like stickers on there. Not like there's hazardous material inside, but like there's there's suits that can help you with that. So that's kind of what this closet is for. It's almost like a little clean room storage type thing. But
or
it is sealed shut though, so you cannot access it. It looks like there's like a little code or something on there, so you can try some method of trying to break in if you'd like.
Yeah, let's check out the receptionist's area and maybe see if I can locate a code of some kind.
Okay. Roll wit for me. We're gonna we'll make this easy difficulty.
All right, I'm going with my 10.
Okay.
3.
3 plus your
Total.
1, or do you... Oh, okay. You're swiping around the desk, and you're kind of like sending pens flying, and I guess like digital versions of sticky notes. Do they have that in the verse, like little phone screen type thingies?
Like little physical screens that are supposed to be disposable?
Well, I guess like I'm trying to remember in Firefly if they have like not like comics, but like phone type
How about this?
things.
They have like little like magnetic ones with like a screen, right? So it's like a Post-it size, and you can write on it or whatever, and then you can like clear it, and it's magnetic, so it can like stick to anything. This is really boring. Why am I even?
Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to establish if they have like what sort of communication devices or digital devices they have in the universe. But yeah, let's say those exist because I like the idea of that.
The point is, I find nothing, right?
You throw all those things around, you make a big old mess. So nothing that's particularly helpful. There is a console right there, but that also is locked out. So yeah.
Well, I pretty much failed that. So yeah, let's go. Let's go find Rathskeller down the hallway.
Okay, all right.
Not Rathskeller, Gerald.
Yeah, that's right. Rathskeller's the thief that's inside. Okay, so you go on down.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Never mind. I thought Rathskeller's an engineer. He's not. I was gonna have him like come over and try and slice the computer or something, but
no, I mean
he's just a sneaky bastard.
Well, you have tech. You have +1 to tech, right?
Should I try and slice it? Is that
sure,
permitted?
if you want to.
I'll try it.
You can. This is an RPG. You can do whatever you want.
Wait, okay. I'm gonna shoot myself.
Okay. And that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. Nate almost made it through.
He could break into the medical storage closet, so yeah, killed himself.
Yep, just could not handle the stress. It was too much. Great. I have to design a new RPG, man. Dang it. Out of mercy, I'm going to make this another easy check for you.
And I'm using my D20 too.
Okay, dude, if you fail this, no.
No, Cody. No.
All right. Wait. Okay, yeah. What a time to use your D20. What dice do you have left in your pool? So you've used your 10 and your 12?
I have 2 D8s because my 6 was upgraded to an 8.
That's right. Yeah, 2 of them. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you pass with flying colors. You hack right through this terminal. You are now into the medical system. This doesn't have like mega full administrative access like maybe a doctor would, but you can access quite a bit of the database or the mainframe here in the station.
Well, I would like to see maybe like if there's any previous logs or the last appointment or checked in, person. Like basically what was the last activity on the computer.
All right. Well, as you peruse the logs, you can see that there are kind of like a series of alerts that seem to be a combination of sort of standard updates that they put, like if something gets checked in of importance at the station, or there's going to be like a station member that's out sick, things like that. There's like this ongoing list of alerts, and some of them are like highlighted red, like they're more important than others. But the last series of entries, it looks like there was an expected shipment of some new like biohazard materials that were being shipped to the station that were going to be checked in. And the check-in seemed to went well. You can see from like the inventory logs that it got down to like the cargo bay where it needed to go. Then it got checked in to a lab where it could be used. But then shortly after, there's another alert that's like all highlighted in red on the screen there. It's actually blinking. That's why you notice this. It's one of the last ones. But it indicates that there has been a biohazard breach. So something went wrong down in the lab there, you think, with whatever they were bringing in. You're not entirely sure what the materials were. You could probably delve deeper into the records if you wanted to try to access like specifically what was going on. But that's the basic idea that you have. And then the last message, well, there's two more messages. One after that was like a response. So everyone was trying to triage and fix the situation. And it looks like the final thing that happened was that was not particularly successful, and everyone chose to abandon the station. You can see that this was from about 3 weeks ago, so you're not sure if people are like trying to come back to the station to like recontain the hazard. Yeah, you also don't particularly see like if anyone like died or anything, if there are any casualties, but that's the situation that you're looking at.
Okay, I'm gonna go to my comms instantly here. Gerald, come in. Are you there? Gerald, are you reading me?
Yeah, boss. Yeah, what's going on? Got an update?
Where are you?
I was just down here. I kind of found the cargo bay. It seemed like a good space to hang out. There was actually like a
hang out. What do you mean
well,
hang out? What are
you know,
what are you doing, Gerald?
I'm trying to be professional, boss. Like I'm trying to make it seem casual, like I'm not afraid or anything. But I am a little bit, just because this is kind of creepy, and so I thought I'd say hang out instead of like, be real nervous and kind of try to hide from the rest of the stuff. Is that okay? Is that wrong?
I appreciate you being vulnerable and opening up to me about that, Gerald. Listen, hey, here's what you need to come back here. Because it looks like there was some sort of a biohazard substance that got out of control. I'm gonna try and break into this gear closet over here and see if I can get us some equipment, some protective equipment. But for the time being, you should probably head back because I don't know what the radioactive or hazardous situation is throughout the rest of this base. So.
Okay. Hey, boss, you took so long to explain that I already left the cargo bay, and I found this lab. You think I should check that out? Does this seem important?
Yeah, no, not yet. You should definitely come back before you do that.
Oh, okay.
God.
Would you say something about, what do you say, biomazard? I don't know what that is.
No, I didn't. I just said that I will have a lot of respect for you and think very highly of you if you come back here as fast as possible.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I think there's like a tram nearby. I'll just hop on there, make it a little bit quicker. On our way.
Tram? How big is this place?
I don't know. It's like a little mini tram. It's kind of like, I know what you're picturing as like a shuttle, basically, for like an airport. This is basically just like a little moving escalator for like old people that can't walk because it's a medical facility.
Oh, I got you.
So they can just kind of like
it's a moving sidewalk.
Yeah. I mean, like, right. Gerald is going to run down this so he gets extra speed as he goes. That's the idea.
And I know for a fact that he accidentally picked the one that's going the other direction. So he's like not making great progress.
Right. But he feels like he's moving really quickly, exactly. Like in proportion to the thing. Okay. Grand.
Okay. I'm going to check the computer again and see if there's if somehow miraculously I can find the access code to the closet.
Okay, do one final wit check. Still easy.
Okay.
Or wait, no, not wit. Tech.
Tech. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. 8.
Oh, okay. All right, man. You discover that there is, in fact, remote access to the PPE equipment. It actually was like very low clearance to actually even get this stuff because like people need PPE. It was basically just like a child-proof lock. Is basically what was.
That's funny because my other option that I was considering was to shoot it. So. Because I'm a child.
Is that really the solution children have? They find like a pill bottle, like, man, can't get this dang thing open. Like, where's my gun?
Cody, have you ever been around a child? Because that is not what they sound like.
Well, I mean, this is what you're presenting the situation as, dude. Like, do they have access to guns? Maybe these are Western children. I don't know.
No, my point is that, like, I obviously could not get past a child lock. So does that make me a child?
I see.
Yeah. You went the gun direction. I was going the child direction.
You almost won a brawl with a man in the middle of a game show on an asteroid. So I feel like that qualifies you as not being a child.
Yeah, anyway, so is it open or?
Yeah, it pops open.
All right.
And yeah, you have a nice wide array, like standard masks you can put on. There's like some gowns. And then there's like 2 like full-on suits like in the back that like are hazmat suits that you can put on. So.
All right. I'm going to definitely suit up in one of those.
All right. You get that thing on. Let's roll a wit check.
Okay.
maybe a medium wit check to see how you can do with this.
4
I'm assuming
total.
you haven't 4 total. All right. You do not pass. You get it on, but you are not familiar with the proper procedures to like how to like fit the gloves on and then secure the helmet and lock it all up and everything. Like you can put on a spacesuit, no problem, but this is just eluding you for some reason. So you're moderately protected and you're kind of good to go. And finally, about this point, Gerald shows up. He's very, very much out of breath and he's also coughing at the same time. Hard to tell if it's from whatever's going on at the space station or if just because he just sprinted like against an escalator across the space station to get here. He's like, all right, boss. What are we?
Yeah, okay.
What are we doing? What are we doing, bud?
Nothing. You need to get back to the ship. I need you to get to the med bay. Phoebe, come in. Are you there, Phoebe?
Yeah, boss. What you got for me?
I need you to. I'm sending Gerald back to you. I need you to take him to the med bay and just do your best to deduce what he may have ingested. All right, some sort of airborne something. Okay.
Ingested? Are you guys licking stuff down there? What's going on? I realize I'm not using my comlink voice. There we go. All right. Go on, boss. Yep.
Yes, Phoebe. We're down here licking stuff. That's why we're making a detour from our. You know what? Just he'll be there in a minute. Gerald, go.
All right. And Gerald nods and coughs. He looks over his shoulder though, and realizes that you're not quite wearing the hazmat suit correctly. And he has some experience with this. He's like, boss, you're not doing that right. Mind if I can help you out? And he kind of reaches for you and tries to like adjust the helmet for you. Are you going to let him though? That's the real question.
Yeah. I mean, if he knows what he's doing, obviously I don't. So.
All right. He twists the helmet. He clicks it in. There's actually like a couple little latches that he flicks. So you're nice and airtight now. You adjust your gloves. You're good to go. He smiles and waves and then stumbles down through the airlock into the ship.
Okay. Now that I'm good to go, I'm going to head down to the lab directly and check it out.
Okay. I'll say from looking at the mainframe computer there, you have a nice map of the station and maybe you even have like a little communication screen device thingy that you sort of use to remotely snap like the picture. So you have a layout of the whole space station you can go through. And you proceed on your merry way. You also pass the cargo bay that Gerald got to, and then you proceed on down and you find a series of laboratories. Like some of them, there's like sort of 2 sections. One of them seems to be like both medical testing, like where they process blood draws and things like that and samples. And then next to it is also like almost more like a clean room where people will do work. So that's kind of one section. The other section is like the actual clinic part where patients are brought in to be operated on or tested and all that fun stuff. So there you go.
Well, let's check out the first one, the lab room, and see if we can't suss out something suspicious happening.
All right, cool beans. You get up there and you find one lab in particular. It looks like it's kind of like the biohazard like study containment lab thing. It's all very professional, and that's exactly what it's named. The biohazard lab study place thing. That's the tag that's over the cross or over the top. And it is flashing red. There's like a little console that looks like you can like access it. And it's like blinking saying, containment breach, do not enter. Containment breach, do not enter.
Yeah, but is it open?
No, it's sealed, man. It's closed. That's what I'm telling you.
Shoot it.
All right.
Hey, actually, I think I've used all my dice here, so.
Wait, did you use your last 8?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to level up, man. What are you going to do with your next level up?
Let's go with, so 1 times D4, is that a D4 that I can use once to level, or to, like, add to a roll?
Yeah, you can basically hold it for whenever you want to use it, and then it's just a little bonus die you can add.
Let's go ahead and do that.
All right. 1 times D4. Don't forget you have that. You do have, underneath your dice pool, there's a little slot for doing, like, tally marks for D4s.
Okay, yeah, let's try shooting this bad boy.
All right. Roll, shoot politely. I mean, easy check, because you're standing right there.
Going with the D10.
All right.
And we got a 7.
Oh, yeah. Flying colors. You blast that thing, man. It splits apart. It explodes. It sputters and it sparks. And there's some smoke going in now. So you anticipate that probably some like fire suppression systems are maybe going to kick in here pretty soon. Nothing too crazy. Nothing like those industrial ones where they like just suck all the oxygen out and then everyone dies. No, not like that. It's going to be like foam and water and stuff. Yeah. So you blast that open. And the door swings open. And as it opens up, there is in fact a dead, well, you think he's dead, just like a doctor lying there on the ground. He does have, it looks like hastily put on hazmat suit. Or no, what I'm saying. Sorry, the hazmat suit is on, but it's been like breached a little bit, it looks like. And you're assuming, since this report was 3 weeks ago, that this guy probably has been here that entire time.
You're right. I am assuming that, yes. Probably he doesn't look too good either.
No, he looks kind of dead. It's
mostly dead.
He looks like I mean, you can roll him over and start examining him if you want.
No, I don't. I'm not interested that much in him.
Okay. Maybe you kick him a little bit and he doesn't move. That's your conclusion, is he's dead. But you can step over him and continue on inside the room, and it looks like there was some sort of experiment or study going on. You can see a label on this big, scary-looking canister. You recognize it as a virus that is known fairly well throughout the verse, that is very infectious, not very fun to have. And it looks like they were trying to, I don't know, just figure out some way to harness the powers of this virus for some purpose. Maybe this is all just some grand dialogue that's going on in your head. You actually have no idea because you have to pull up the research notes if you want to see what they're doing. But there's a canister sitting right there, and that's what it's labeled with. And it looks like the canister, well, no, I gotta make you do stuff. This is what you see. You decide what you want to do, and then I make you roll for it. That's how RPGs work.
That's how it works, Cody.
Yeah, man.
Well, if my theories are correct, it could be that potentially they were also working on an antidote. And I would like to maybe just kind of, peruse around, see what I can find, if I can find anything interesting or anything that might suggest antidote-ness happening.
Okay.
Because what my thought process is that if this is a very well-known virus, can you have an antidote for a virus? I guess vaccine, not really antidote.
Yeah, what? I guess, I don't know. Antidotes for like venom, I guess?
Yeah, right. So I guess a vaccine. If there's any suggestion that maybe they've created a vaccine for this, because that could be extremely lucrative for me if they have.
All right. Well, as you peruse the research, like data pads that are inside there, and there's a couple terminals, and you can see there's some testing equipment that's been used. You can identify that they were, in fact, trying to create a vaccine for this here virus. You're not quite sure if they're able to succeed or not. It looks like there's like what do you call those little like synthesizer stations over in the corner where you can like try different combinations of things and get some results out. And it looks like they were trying various trials, but along the way, as you examine the container, it looks like the virus or the container just breached, and so the virus got out. Mm-hmm. What you know of the virus is that it is in fact quite infectious. It's more of an airborne pathogen, so you have to be careful with this thing, man. Gotta wear your PPE. So good work. Although you did just send Gerald in there with the rest of the crew, if you did not get this. But you also know that your whole crew just dies, and that's the end. You know that different people respond different ways to this. So for a fair amount of people, it is quite deadly. But some people, they can shake it off, and it's okay. Just kind of get sick for a little bit. And since there is only one doctor that's here on the floor, you can assume a couple possibilities. Like, there are certainly multiple people working on this, at least if it was a standard protocol. There should have been multiple people working on this. You don't know how this guy got a breach in his suit. Maybe he got like in a kerfuffle with one of the other doctors in there. Nate, there's so many possibilities that this could almost be its own mystery that could last an entire story arc. So let's just say you don't want to go there, but
I should maybe grab a sample of the virus and any work that they had completed on the vaccine, and I should probably go try and make sure that Gerald is safe, and also that not everyone's dead on our ship.
Okay. All right. Yeah. There are like multiple vials of this virus that are like in a little refrigeration room right there. So it's possible that as they were trying to extract it from the larger container, like into those vials, maybe that's like where the breach happened. But they got a few vials successfully before the breach happened. So you can grab one of those and you can make your merry way out if you desire.
I think that would be best. Yeah.
All right. You do that. And you find the correct little, what are those called? Travelator? Escalator?
Yeah.
Those things I just described, like for an airport.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get in one of those, you find the right one that goes the correct direction, and you kind of mosey on down. You enjoy it. It's a nice ride. They've got like lots of plants set up and simulations of like the ocean and the sun, so everything looks like really natural and calming and pleasant. It's very nice. And you arrive at the airlock to re-enter your ship.
Yeah, I'm going to head straight to the med bay and see what the situation with Gerald is.
Okay. All right, you head in there, and Phoebe's there waiting for you. She's actually outside the med bay, and she has sealed Gerald inside the med bay. She's like, "Hey, boss, I don't know what you guys found in there. Man, I know some crazy things can happen. Actually, I was accessing like the system logs remotely here from the cockpit while you were inside there, and yeah, there was like a virus leak on there. I'm sure you found something like that. Maybe. I see you got a hazmat suit, so hopefully you're fine.
Yeah. Hopefully you still feel okay. Just definitely don't go in here, and I'm gonna go in and check on Gerald.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, no, here's the thing. I put him on some like drugs. There's like some standard drugs that are good for this virus. For the people that maybe won't die right away from it, it should maybe help them out. So I put them on those.
Well, maybe you should take some too, just to be safe.
Oh, she like opens her mouth. She's just like chewing on a few pills.
Oh, you got the gummy ones. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, cool. My favorite.
All right. So I'm gonna head in. What actually kind of not antidote, but what kind of vaccine, like, is it possible they already have a working prototype for the vaccine, or is it just research?
Yeah, there is no vaccine that currently exists in the world. Maybe you pulled some data from the work onto your data pad. The data on the data pad, or the data on the data pad? Anyway, you have that. So you have some research that they were doing. Maybe you could like plug that into your medical terminal and see if it wants to like do some work on that hair thing. But Gerald seems to be doing okay. From what you know, the virus, like people that get exposed to it, like that are going to react poorly to it, they go bad really, really quickly. And he seems to be doing okay. So that's a good sign. Probably the drugs are helping.
Well, Gerald, seems like you're made of tough stuff. So I appreciate your help and your... don't cough on me.
Boss, can you record that? Can you say that one more time? He pulls out, he has like a little hand recorder. It's like, just say that again, would you?
Yeah, so anyways, get better, Gerald. See ya.
All right. Sounds good, boss.
I guess he lives.
Yeah, Gerald's fine. You might have to find out for the next couple of days, see how he does. But at this point, I'm going to say that Gerald is going to be incapacitated for your next encounter.
The ramifications of my actions.
All the 20 possibilities, infinite, Nate. Anyway, yeah, Gerald's going to be out of it. As the day elapses, neither Rathskeller nor Phoebe show any signs of sickness, so that is good. You do make sure to carefully put that virus sample like in a secure holding vault in your medbay, though, so you're good to go.
For posterity.
All right. Well, let's cook along here. This has taken longer than we thought because I was trying to make this all amazing and interesting. And so you get to roll a new day. Nate, number 12, Derelict Station has been resolved.
And the next day, day number 4, is a 16.
Dude, look at all these good numbers you're getting. You have not rolled below an 11 so far, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're traveling along, along your way the next day, and you come into a transmission range of another fellow vessel. It seems to be like it's taking a crossroad, so it's kind of jumping on to like the same maybe pathway that you are to go along to one of the nearby planets, but it's hopping along perpendicular from a different direction. That's why you haven't encountered them thus far. And they signal you, and they're announcing themselves as a merchant ship. So there's a transmission if you want to receive it. Phoebe's looking at you expectantly.
I'll just give her a very cool, I'm in charge and I have control of the situation nod.
Okay, all right. She flicks a button and the transmission comes across. Hey there, Peregrine-class ship. How are you guys doing? You guys interested in doing any bartering on your current trip? We've got all sorts of fun goods on here. Yeah. I am what they call the Gypsy Merchant. I don't personally call myself that. They call me that, and I just got tired of correcting them, so now I just say, yeah, I'm the Gypsy Merchant. Whatever. I don't care. I'm not a gypsy, but I am a merchant. Anyway, you interested in doing business while we have this nice here chance encounter?
Name 2 things you have that I would actually be interested in.
Whoa! All right. I'm gonna flip this back on you because turning a question away with a question it's very interesting. It's a cool tactic I like to use. Name 2 things that you're interested in buying that I might have.
It's got Catan vibes to it. Okay. Do you have any sheep?
Oh no, I'm not in the livestock business. It's I can hook you up with my friend Mal if you want. He might do that.
Well, let's see here. Would you happen to have any sort of ship protection that might suit our Peregrine class ship here well?
Ship protection? Well, I mean, it looks like you have some autocannons, so you're probably already good to go there. That's a good question. Tell you what, you go ahead and start that docking maneuver, and we'll do some business, and I will guarantee I'll have something interesting for you to help your ship out. How was that?
Not exactly instilling confidence, but I'm willing to give it a go.
Okay, all right, yeah, sounds great. I'm gonna pass control over to you guys. I'll let you guys, do the whole docking thing, because I'm nice. I just want to be a gentleman.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Phoebe, links the two ships, the little homing thing, so they can dock. All nice and cozy, without any breaches happening that cause everyone to be sucked out into the vacuum of space and die. And you dock successfully. So that's really, really good. And the door opens, and standing on the other side, despite his insistence that he is not a gypsy merchant, here is a man that looks very much like a gypsy to you, a space gypsy. So he's got it's a very, a long, colorful robe on him. It's very spacious, so he probably has lots of pockets and folds in there. You can, hold all sorts of items for sale. He does kind of have some crazy hair and some gold earrings. So there's your nice stereotype gypsy merchant in space for you. Although he does also have an armored leather vest on, so it's kind of like an odd combination, but he seems ready to party if necessary. Maybe he's dealt with some folks in his time. His very short time, because he's maybe in his late 20s or something.
Do you encounter a lot of resistance with your customers?
Oh, it depends. It depends. Okay, let me be honest. I haven't been doing this very long, guys. I'm actually pretty new to this whole merchant thing. I just like living life and flying around. But I just don't know what sort of thing I'm going to encounter. Some people they told me I'm a bit too trusting, and so I trusted them, and now I just wear this leather armor wherever I go. It's pretty good. It's stopping bullets. Not that I've had I've been shot at so far, but it doesn't hurt to play it safe.
Where'd you get all the capital for this collection of goods?
I'm a trust fund kid, You know how it is.
I don't actually, but okay.
You don't?
Sure.
Okay. Well, basically, my dad's he's really rich, and he wanted me to become a space lawyer. Is what they wanted me to do, and I was just I'm not into that. I want to travel. I want to go around and try to meet people's needs. And so I just kind of cashed out that inheritance right there. He's still alive. I just kind of took the money.
Just so you know, Gypsy Man. When space travel is frequent and normal, it's just, lawyer. It doesn't really have to be space lawyer anymore.
Oh, well, here's the deal. Maybe you're not familiar, because my dad, he himself, was a lawyer. A space lawyer specifically. Here's the, if you want to be a lawyer on a planet, then you're a lawyer. But if you're a lawyer for, people, in space, in anywhere not a specific planet, you just want to be a sort of a, what do you call that? An itinerant lawyer. Yeah, then you're called a space lawyer. That's just what it is. I wouldn't expect you to understand that, though, if you're not familiar with it.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so as per my request, what do you have to offer me?
I'm gonna level with you. I don't really have anything like that. That's going to help your ship out specifically, but I can help you out. Can I interest you in? And he actually he pulls some sneakers off of his feet and he holds them up. He's been wearing them, and you realize that you did not hear him. He was kind of shuffling back and forth, but he was making no footsteps. And he's like, "Hey, see these? Hope you like my demonstration. These are sound absorbent shoes. They can make you very sneaky." I'm selling them for a mere 50 platinum. Maybe you need to, I don't know, infiltrate somewhere that you're not supposed to be. I won't ask questions, I just sell the goods. So if you're interested in these cool sound-absorbent sneakers, then they can be yours. They're available. I also have other things.
Well, they're incredibly ugly.
Dang. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to set these down. He sets them down, and they make no noise as you set them down, so it's kind of funny.
Oh, wait. I'm going to pick one of up and chuck it at the wall to see if it makes any noise.
Okay. Roll scrap. Medium difficulty.
I'm rolling my D20, baby.
Wait, are you ramming it against the wall, or you're throwing it and hoping the rotation lands? Okay, so yeah, keep your 8, or 8 to pass.
And what's to scrap? So I've got a 9 total.
Okay, yeah, you pass. You throw this expertly. Maybe you're good at throwing knives and you're getting that rotation down. And it lands perfectly square against the wall. and like makes no sound. It just kind of like I want to do a sound effect for it to emphasize what it does, but there's no sound, so it just
wait. Here we go.
That's what it does.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, you like those? Yeah, they're pretty good for the discerning walker, if you know what I mean.
They're still incredibly ugly. What else do you have? Something with more taste, perhaps.
More taste. How about this thing? Here is, he pulls out of his pocket, or out of a holster, actually. You don't know why he just like carries everything that he sells. Probably because he's a gypsy merchant, you know. And he's got a very nice looking, I guess, space revolver. I haven't done my research on Firefly weaponry. I don't want to just copy what Mal's is, because it's not really a revolver.
If space travel is normal and frequent, it's just a revolver. Or does it shoot space?
Don't you take this from me. Anyway, here. This is an extra nifty gun. I call it Old Bess. Old Bess, if you have Old Bess on your side, she's going to keep you safe. She's got a bit of an extra kick than your standard space revolver, and it will kill people very quickly. Only for 75 platinum.
I'm gonna put my hand out, maybe to, like, as an invitation for me to maybe hold it and feel it.
Okay. He unloads it first, and you now understand that he had it loaded this whole time, and he hands it to you empty.
Well, see, the whole thing is I was going to point it at him to see how he reacts, to see if it actually functions or not. So I guess that's defeated if he,
I mean, I guess you can assume, since he had it loaded and ready to go, he at least assumes it functions. And I'll tell you as the DM that your standard gun that you have is a 1 damage gun. This is a 2 damage gun, and you can buy it for 75 platinum.
I'll give you 120 for both. Wait.
Well, no, yeah, that saves you 5.
Yeah, I'm not trying to save myself 5, Cody. I'll give you 105 platinum for both.
Interesting deal. How about I tell you first about some other things that I have, because maybe you'll be even more interested. Here's the deal. I remembered that you said you wanted something for your ship. I didn't think of this as something that was necessarily like would make your ship stronger, but I guess it is relevant. I have this cool diagnostics tool, and he pulls out of his pocket. It's like can you picture those like readers that modern mechanics use to like figure out what the error code is?
An OBD2 scanner.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Dang it. Yeah, he has like one of those, but for ships. But it looks really advanced. It's kind of like a new model. Either that or it's like some sort of custom job that's been done.
Well,
but he tells you like you can.
Does it have the adapter kit for older model ships? Because I can't connect it to my ship if it's.
Yeah, he flips it out, and it's got like this Swiss Army knife attachment on the end, so you can like put whatever sort of adapter you need on it to plug in anything. He says, yeah, if you plug this in, like let's say you got something wrong with your ship, this will help you figure out, like right quick, what it is, and you can fix it all real nice.
And how is this different than the standard diagnostic tool that comes with every ship? Here's
the deal. Do you even have a diagnostic tool?
Here's the deal. Do I, Cody?
Yeah, you do.
Yes, I absolutely do. And I knew
dang
that.
it. Dang it. Well, that just takes the air right out of my space balloons. Well, here's the deal. This bad boy, it's got like high computing power, so you can get your error code processed so much faster, and it has a personal fan built in. You can point it at yourself. Because sometimes, like, your ship breaks down, and it can get hot sometimes. You don't have the AC going, and you need this little personal fan. It's real cool.
Phoebe, what do you think?
Phoebe picks it up, and she looks it over. She's a bit more, like, scrutinizing of it. And the DM now is going to tell you that this item will, in fact, increase your hull repair speed by 1. So normally, like if your ship gets damaged, you can only repair 1 per day. This will let you repair 2 per day. And she has a look at it. She's like, wow, I haven't seen this model before. And yeah, this could be pretty nifty. It's got like some extra features on here. It gives you some extra information. And what? It even links right to Space Amazon. So if you need a new part, you can just order it. like right off the error code and we'll send it to you. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you just gotta make sure you don't like accidentally subscribe for new catalytic converters. You just get one every month, and that's just annoying.
Well, it will listen to you. Like anytime you say its name, like Space Lexa, like it just turns right on. So you gotta keep that part turned off if you don't want it listening to you all the time.
Well, so far I'm relatively unimpressed. Knock my socks off, Space Gypsy.
Oh, you want this armor I'm wearing? He's got he holds it up. It will give you 1 armor.
Can I test it first?
What do you mean? What do you mean text?
I'm gonna whip my gun out and just shoot him.
Okay.
Need a little chaos, Cody.
Roll shoot politely.
But I'm very intentionally aiming just at the armor.
Okay. Let's see. You guys are probably, if he's like handing stuff to you, you're probably only like 5 feet apart. So this will be easy.
I'm still rolling my 12 because I do not want to accidentally put this guy's eye out. And this is shoot politely?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get like a +1 from...
No.
Anecdotally, can I choose to use my D4 after I've made a check? Or does it have to be before?
Okay. Well, here's the deal, Nate. Our actions have consequences, and I want to be real nice. I want to let you say you can use it after, but no, you have to decide before if you're going to use this. Because you chose to shoot this man. This is your decision.
I chose to shoot his armor.
So what's your roll? What
I rolled a 2.
All right, you whip out your gun and you shoot him. You just hit him right in the shoulder. I don't know if you had a real bad trigger flinch, and you pulled the shot up and left, and you hit him in the right shoulder. He's like, ah, oh my gosh, and he falls to the ground like, what do you just shot me for? What is all that?
Why would I buy this armor if someone can just do that to me while I'm wearing it?
Because it's a vest, man. It protects
I'll give
your
you
vital
105
organs.
Platinum
Oh,
for the shoes and the gun,
pain.
but only if you throw in the diagnostic tool on top.
What's your offer again? What do you want to buy?
I will give you 105 for the shoes and the gun, but only if you throw in the diagnostic tool on top for free.
So you just shot the man, and you're now asking for 150 value worth of merchandise. You want it for 105. Is that what's going on right now?
And?
So he pulls out of his pocket. He has like a stim pack, and he jams it into his shoulder. And he's like, I never thought, and his arm like heals up really, really quickly. He's like, I never thought I'd get the chance to actually demonstrate the space stim pack. Look at that. This is also for sale. It works great. I was hoping I'd never have to use it. I tell you what.
am very intentionally not reholstering my gun.
Normally this runs for 25, but for you, 50. 50 is stim pack.
Okay. Still holding my gun. Keep the diagnostic tool. You'll put that in on top instead of the diagnostic tool. 110 is my final offer.
Roll a d20 for me real quick.
Speedy. 14.
Okay, all right. Gypsy Boy is going to sprint at you. So we're going to make this a contested scrap check. You rolled higher than him I was just going to call this an initiative, so he doesn't take you by surprise. You see he's going to run right at you now. So I guess you can choose to try to shoot him now, or just try to deal with him as he runs at you. But either way, it's going to be a contested scrap check.
I'm actually going to charge at him and tackle him and try to get the ammo that he took out of the... I don't know if it's a clip or if it's like a battery, whatever, for the space revolver.
It is like a mini fusion reactor is what this thing has.
Cool.
Pretty great. Okay, so I'm gonna make that scrap. So go ahead and roll scrap, whatever die you want to use, because he's just gonna roll a 12.
And I just have to like beat him or what?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay. I'm adding my D4 to this.
Oh, all right.
Ooh, 10 total.
Okay, well, he got an 8. So he runs at you, and you kind of like slide tackle underneath him. So he trips and he flies over the front of you, and you turn. And sorry, what were you going to do to this poor guy?
Well, I was trying to get the battery, the mini fusion reactor for the space pistol.
Okay, you snag that off of his belt as he somersaults over you, and you expertly jam it into your fancy new gun. Because I'm assuming you pulled out your original gun to shoot him, right?
Yes, right, of course.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, you pointed at him, and he's on the ground now, and he's like, my dad wanted to be a space lawyer. I should have just been a space lawyer. This sucks. This just really sucks. Anyway, are you just robbing me now, man? What are you doing? What do you want from me?
Robbing you? You're robbing me. None of this stuff is worth as much as you were trying to get me to buy it for.
What else are you gonna spend your platinum on? I mean, there's nothing else in space.
That sounds like a very prescient moment for a character in the game. I'm a hoarder, dang it. What say you?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, whatever. So, tell you what, let's haggle. So you want the diagnostics tool, and the shoes, and the gun, which you are holding and pointing at me right now. I don't understand why you're doing that.
No. I wanted the diagnostic tool, but now you can keep it. I would prefer to have the stim pack and the gun and the shoes for 100, and I generously upped it to 110.
Okay. Will you do 130?
130 what? Somersaults, jumping jacks?
Platinum. Come on, man. Like, look, you see this ship? He's got like a decent looking ship. He's like, I gotta fuel it somehow.
And I kind of look around at his ship. I look back at him. I don't say anything.
Roll talk good.
All right, using my last D8 here.
Okay, this is medium.
But I do have +2 to talk good.
All right.
That's a nat 1, so 3.
Dang it. All right, he looks at you. He's like, you know what, man? You know what? You come onto my ship. You shoot me in the shoulder. You take my gun. No, I ain't living like that. I ain't doing that deal. You know what? My offer just went up 140. You know, nope. 150. The premium price on these items is 150. Although I tell you what, you did. Well, no, never mind. I was gonna say you used a round, but you used your own gun. So no, I'm not gonna charge you for your own bullet. That's fine.
I just roll my eyes. Like, clearly this guy does not understand the situation he's in. And so I just okay, well, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry we couldn't come to an arrangement, I guess. But I do have the shoes and the gun. So, I mean, I guess my only other option is I'll pay you full price for the stim pack, and I'm taking all this.
He kind of slowly gets to his feet. And I guess since he somersaulted over you, did you bring anyone else with you?
Well, Phoebe's here because I was talking to her earlier.
That's right. Okay. So he's kind of like in between you and Phoebe. But all of you guys are like on his side of the ship. He glances up, and then he slams his hand against the wall, and there's a little red button there, and immediately the airlock closes, separating you from his ship. Well, no. Sorry, you're in his ship, and your ship is now separated from.
I'm gonna shoot him in the kneecap.
Okay. All right, roll shoot politely.
I have a lot of dice here, so
you need to do a level up, man.
Let's go skill +1 and add it to shoot politely because I haven't. It doesn't have any modifiers yet.
Okay, all right. Medium difficulty. roll for this.
All right, we're going with the D12.
All right.
And I got an 11 total.
All right. Yeah. You can tell that he was about to do like something else. Like he hit the button to separate you guys off, or separate the two ships, and now he was like trying to go for a panel on the wall to start doing something. But you catch him in the kneecap and shatter his kneecap, and he falls to the ground.
And I'm gonna
just like
Phoebe, get over there and grab the stim pack. Don't let him use it.
Dang it! He was trying to grab. Yeah, he was trying to find a second one. He has two more in there. I'm gonna make Phoebe roll something. Make her roll an 8. 6. Yeah, she's fine. Okay, so she jumps on top of him. She grabs the two remaining stim packs and takes it from him, and she immediately goes over to the console. So your two ships have like separated at this point. It looks like he put it into some sort of autopilot, and your ship is now like drifting away. But she sees what's going on, and she runs into the cockpit of the ship, and she hops in the seat, and she's going to start steering you guys back to reconnect or to redock.
While she's doing that, I'm just going to walk over to... He doesn't have a name yet. Space Gypsy. And just kind of drop 100 platinum on him, and then walk over to the airlock.
All right. He takes it, he pockets it, and he just starts crawling away where you assume is the direction of a med bay or some further supply of stim packs or something.
Nice.
And Phoebe very quickly redocks the ship. And she's like, "Boss, I don't feel real good about that. That don't feel good."
Look at it this way, Phoebe. He was obviously a terrible merchant, terrible salesman. His wares are just weird. And he would have a much better life as a lawyer. So, just think of it as us doing him a favor. Maybe like 15 years down the road.
She ponders it. She nods a little bit, but she also reaches into her pocket and she throws 25 of her own platinum on the ground. And she kind of looks at you sort of with an air of finality, and she's like, "That's how you treat a human." And then she walks back inside.
And if she's gone, I'm going to retrieve my 25 of my 100 then.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So you only paid 100 and you ended up with the gun, and what you took the shoes, right?
Yeah, and I guess she took the stim packs also.
Okay. All right. So you have 2 stim packs that can immediately heal 1 hit point. So you can add those to your inventory. The sound absorbent shoes, those, while wearing, they add +2 to your sneak. And then, of course, you have your new fancy gun that does 2 damage instead of 1. All right. The DM has made his notes. Have you made your notes?
Yes.
Nate, that was an interesting adventure. I did not see that encounter going that way.
I thought we needed a little excitement. I feel like it was a little out of character for Talcum, but I wanted to go a different direction with it, so.
Hey, I mean, we got to entertain the 3 listeners that we still have at this point, so we're good to go.
Yeah, they are bloodlusty. Bloodlusty? Ugh, I don't think that's the right word.
Bloodblusty.
No. They do lust after blood, our listeners.
Vicious? Is that the word?
Like the audience in the gladiatorial Roman age, all they care about is blood and murder.
All we care about is carbs nowadays. Come on.
Yeah, that too. I mean, they were Italians, so.
Anyway, before this episode spirals fully out of control, we are 99% out of control. It's been fun, guys. Party hard. Thanks for dealing with our supreme high quality podcast.